Welcome to another episode of What's the Word podcast. Your boy Dykeman Drew. I'm on it solo today. Pause, but I got a very, very special interview today. I got a kid that I coached for a few years on his come up, and it's a real personal episode. Happy holidays to everyone. Christmas was yesterday. Happy New Year. And I wanted to bring you guys this, and I wanted to share this story with you guys because it means so much to me. So the kid's name is Xavier Pollard. They call him X-BOX360 in the streets. He's a legend in my hood, Dykeman's own, and that's what we're doing today. So with no further ado, I bring you my guy, 10 million%, Xavier Pollard. What's good, boy?
What's up, bro? How's everything?
I can't complain, man. Happy holidays, you know.
Holidays, bro. Happy holidays for sure. Tough time.
How is it over there?
It's good, bro. Like, normal pandemic stuff. Basketball still going on and stuff like that. For people that don't know, I'm in Germany currently.
Yes,
But yeah, man, this normal pandemic stuff, just trying to stay safe. Got a baby on the way, so gotta keep my girl as safe as possible. Just trying to stay indoors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations on that bundle of joy that's coming. Because I'm telling you right now, no matter who you love, whether it's your girl, your mother, your father, you never love how you love a child you bring into this world. I just found that out. My people know that.
Yeah,
my son just turned one. It hits different, boy.
I can hear it now, so I definitely believe you, man.
Yo, it's totally different. But let's get to this story, man. At what age did you start hooping?
Like, what age did I start hooping, or what age, like, structured basketball?
You know that you started really playing basketball, knowing what you're doing. I'm not talking about shooting on the monkey bars and all like that.
But like with my pops, he put the ball in my hand like 7. I was like 7 years old. Like I remember I used to go to like gauchos. I'm talking about super bitty basketball, where they would put the rim on the big rim,
Yeah, yes, sir.
Down. So like that was like around like 7, stuff like that. Okay. But I want to say like when it really, 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 I was like, okay, this is what we doing.
Yeah.
I would say it was probably like 5th grade. 5th grade is when it was like, okay, now we're here. So between 1st to 5th grade, my father trying to just, if you know my pop, real disciplined man. So he trying to make sure got my head on right, behaving in school. My school was always first. Yeah. So like I would get like I remember I was playing. I had made the team, bro. It was 2nd grade. I made the Gauchos team, and it was supposed to be like my first, whatever, like fall league, or whatever. Yeah. He had just got custody of me from my mom's.
Okay.
That was like one of the first things we did, bro. Went to Cho's. I made the team, bro. And he was trying to send a message early. I got in trouble one time in school. He was like, nah, no ball. Call Cho's. Nah, he not coming no more. That whole year, no hoop. I was like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? So I just knew from the get-go. But like, yeah, I want to say like 7 years old. Like between like, 2nd and 5th grade.
Okay. So you get to 5th grade, let's say, because you're older, right? You're playing school basketball. What type of organized basketball are you playing at this point?
Well, in 5th grade, like now we living in Dykeman, so that's when everything started to change a little bit. So I met Kenny Stevens, or my father met him. So then we started to get in tune with them. Yeah. And you remember like when Dykeman was sponsored by Game Over. This was like my first structured tournament.
Yes,
when
sir.
Dykeman was sponsored by Game Over. So I think we had like the navy blue shirts with the baby blue shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like the first time. So it was like, and I think it was like, that might have been like the summer actually.
Yeah.
The summer, yeah. I remember we had like 5th grade prom.
Okay.
And, I'll never forget, I'm not gonna say his name, but one of my teammates, he couldn't go to prom because he got in trouble.
Okay.
Right? So we in prom having a good time, whatever. And he on the outside, like banging on the window, like, come on, I'm gonna be late for the game. And we like, what? He's like, you're gonna be late for the game. Come on, let's go. So we all run to the park.
Yeah.
Right? We get to play whatever. We play Pete Skill, and they smoked us. And I was like, bro, smoked us.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like this is really what it's about. I thought it was gonna be all fun and game. Now they came to the park to go crazy, and it was that was like that was like my first tournament ever for sure.
Okay. And at this point, where are you playing at this young age? What, you 10, 11 years old? and it's getting organized for you at that point, right?
Yeah, it's getting organized for me at that point. So at that point, I'm just playing in the hood. I'm just playing in the park. You know what I'm saying? No real organized basketball for real. Just
Okay.
the only time I would play organized is like when I would be with like Kenny and them in the park or whatever. But other than that, you know, it's regular just street ball stuff.
Okay.
Then, I want to say between 5th and 6th grade, my father, he met Carl Wayne, who works with Mr. Couch.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, like, I see your son in the park playing, whatever. I got a team over here in UDC when it was at Evander Childs high school. He's like, I got a team over here. Like, I think you should bring them. So my pops being him, who he already know the whole, you know, the whole street, the whole basketball scene. He like, oh, now this is one of the tournaments I like. You need to get in. You need to get in. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll never forget we had the red jerseys. And this was biddies. Yeah, so that had to be 12 and under. It was biddies. Okay. Yeah, so I remember I got there. Like one of my first game with them, I'll never forget, like, big brolic dude walked in. And I was like, I didn't know, I was so young, I didn't know, like, NBA players, none of that. And my father was like, oh, you know who that is? And I was like, nah. He was like, that's Anthony Mason. God bless. God bless the dead. I was like,
peace.
I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, former Nick, like, his son is on your team. Like, me, he was on my team. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he's playing. It's crazy, bro, because, like, you come across so many kids. Like, I remember one of those UDC games, Kyrie on Next Generation with Mikey Arado and them. It really be so crazy, bro. Like, pass by. You know, like, Jordan Aaron, he be tearing it up now in the park.
Yep.
That Next Generation team. It was, like, so many kids. As you get old, you look back like, oh, that was that kid. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that was, like, that first summer of basketball. I want to say between 5th and 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, so for sure. Like, I was just playing in UDC, and then I was playing in Dykeman. It was crazy because Dykeman was so fast for me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm surely trying to pick up the game, and everything was just going too fast. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I went to UDC. It was a whole other ball game. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So it kind of helped me because it slowed down the Dykeman game. So now I'm coming into the Dykeman games like, let's go. Like, I'm ready to run. My confidence changed a little.
Got you.
But yeah, that was really like the first summer for real. I want to say between 5th and 6th grade.
And when do you start playing school ball?
Well, you know, like I went to 218, so like school ball really was YBL. Like we really didn't at that point. They didn't really have the teams where you would travel. I think that was like my 8th grade year when they started making the teams where you would travel and go play 90 and 52 and all that. But like 6th and 7th grade, they wasn't really doing that. It was just YBL. You know, you was just trying to kill YBL in your own school. Like, you know, they used to have the stats on the side of the bro. It's crazy. Those were the times, bro. Crazy looking back, man.
So when you get to 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
You're from New York City. So you know how that high school basketball especially was back then. So at this point, do you know what do you know about the archdiocese? Do you know about the public school system? And if you do, what's on your radar as a young ball player coming up in New York? Like, what's the goal high school for you?
Okay. So high school for me, when I was in 8th grade, I wanted to go to Rice. Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted to go to Rice so bad, bro. Like, I remember I used to watch Sos, all that. Like, he come in the park, he out on his Letterman. Mm-hmm. So I'm like a couple years younger. I used to be like, damn, I got to go to Rice. Like, I need to be the next one from the hood that go to Rice. Because in my mind, that was like the closest Catholic school to our neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Other than that, but then my pops being my pops, you know how he is. He the underdog king. He want to run with underdogs. He trying to beat it to my head like, nah, you need to go to All Hallows. You need to go to All Hallows. I'm like, nah, like I'm trying to go to Rice. Yeah. He like, nah, listen to me. Like, you need to go to All Hallows. Like, they really under the radar. Like, you're in the top league, but not all the kids want to go to All Hallows like how they want to go to Rice and St. Ray's. He like, go there, cook up, be the man. And you still gonna get what you gonna get if you went to Rice. He really trying to, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, we was going at it because you know 8th grade, like you gotta fill out the form.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nah, bro. Like I want to go to Rice. He like, you ain't listening to me. You know how my pops is. He's like, you're not listening. I'm like, bro, come on. So we just going back and forth with that. So in my mind, he was like, all right, we gonna apply to Rice. Mm-hmm. We also gonna do this All Hallows. Mm-hmm. We gonna do Hayes because that's right next to my grandma crib.
Okay.
Do Hayes, and then we really wasn't even focused on public school, bro, at all.
Okay.
At all. Like my pop's mind was like, you got to go to Catholic school if you really want to get seen.
Do that. Yeah. Absolutely.
So we wasn't, and it's crazy though, because I remember I was in 8th grade, and you know how they give you that thick textbook with all the public schools.
Oh, of course,
bro. They came with that or whatever. They like, you need to look through this. Like, my guidance counselor, look through this, say what schools you want. I remember I came back to the next meeting. She like, you got your list? I'm like, nah. She like, what you mean, nah? I'm like, I'm not going to public school.
Got you.
She was like, you got your mind? I'm like, no, my pops got his mind set on that. Like, we don't really need to do this.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you have to. Like, it's the normal procedure. Like, you have to do it. I'm like, all right, hey, just out of respect, I got to do it. Boom. So we do it. At that time, for whatever reason, I put FBA as my #1 public school.
Okay.
I don't know why. I wanted to be getting in too, but this is where the story kind of changes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, we didn't get to talk about this, but I had a neighbor on my floor when I lived in the one building. His name is Carlos.
Okay.
When I was like in 6th grade, he used to talk a lot with my pops. Like, they was cool.
Yeah.
At that time, he was just going out the door with Warriors. So every day he used to see me, talk to me. Yo, X, I like your game, like, but like, you like, no shade to the park, whatever. But he'd be like, you need to get on an AAU team that travels.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I'm so young. I'm still like, what you talking? Like, nah, like exposure. He used to always try to get that in my mind. Like,
yeah.
He's like,
national exposure.
Yeah, he's like, bro, you need to get out. You need to get out the city, like, and see other tournaments. Like, you need to be on one of them teams. So like, he really beat that into my father's head. Yeah. So my father was like, oh, okay. So now I'm hooping with the Warriors now. So 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I'm with the Warriors. Like, so now I'm doing that, whatever.
Hold on.
Okay.
Your first time playing with the Warriors. That's a different type of competition. That's a different type of basketball than what you're used to.
Yeah.
So at this point, how do you adapt to this game of basketball in the 6th grade when you first get with the Warriors? How are you as a ball player? Are you, you know what I mean?
Honest to God, as a ball player, like, I was a defender.
Okay.
Like, I already had all the energy. My motor was crazy. Yep. So like, I never started. I used to like catch the ball, bro, and don't even look at the rim. Like,
that's what I need you to. This is what I need you to talk about.
Okay.
We're not doing that like that. You know what I mean?
I got you. So like, at that point, like 6th, 7th grade. Yeah, like, I'm straight defender. Like, I remember vividly, we were going to Cocoa Beach, I think it was.
Okay.
It was a Cocoa Beach or Myrtle Beach in Virginia, one of the nationals.
Yeah.
And on that team, it was me, Jeff Mack, couple kids, Shane Mooney, like dribbling machine, son. Couple of them. And like, they would throw it, like me and Mac at this time, they would throw us in like bulldogs, bro. I'm talking about like, go in, Mac, go. And we would just play defense, bro. Run around, try to get steals, transition buckets, but not dribbling the ball, not shooting the ball, none of that, bro. Just straight defense, like diving for the ball, just being a garbage man, And like, at that age, I realized, looking back, like, I adapted quick because I'm like, this is what I got to do to get on the floor.
Okay.
So you know how some kids be young, they like, oh, I'm not shooting the ball, and that throws them off. They don't want to hoop no more.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, all right, this is my lane. Let's perfect this lane, and then we're going to move on to the next one.
Gotcha.
So, 6th and 7th grade, straight defender, bro. Not even.
Got you.
Not even. Then Pop Dukes is like, listen, bro. You see that rim? You need to put the ball in it, or you're not going to be able to do nothing. Like, they're not paying defenders, which is, in hindsight, the truth, Like,
no, that's 100%. That's 100%. Unless you're 6'8", 6'9", they're not paying a 6'2", 6'3" guard to just play defense.
Yeah, come on. Like, no. He's like, bro, you need to put the ball in the rim, bro. You need to figure it out. Like, go work on your game. I remember he used to I'd be asleep, bro, on the couch, like, in the crib. Some days, it's 9 o'clock. He's waking me up. Go work, go shoot, go work out. I'm like, with who? He's like, by yourself. Like, go shoot the ball. I'm like, all right. So then that's when I started, like, all right, I'm shooting more, getting a little bit more rhythm, understanding, like, angles when dribbling and stuff like that. But early on, bro, no, bro, straight defender, bro. Literally, straight defender. Like, it was crazy. Now I'd be looking back like, wow. Like, but I always cherish those moments, bro, because it was real humbling.
No, you have to, because you got to start somewhere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And as long as you know that the ceiling is endless, you're always gonna know you can always get better.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying?
For sure.
So by the time you get to 8th grade, now you're
Yeah.
playing organized basketball. You're not known for scoring. You're not known for shooting. You're a defender, and like you said, you're doing whatever you have to do to just get on the floor.
Yeah.
When does the tide turn that you say, you know what? I think I can start putting the ball in the basket as well.
Okay. So like now I'm really Warriors base hard. Like now I'm getting off at 218. I'm going to 90 like every day for 5 days out the week. We doing, you know how a student athlete first over there. So
yes, sir.
We do the whole homework situation. If you needed to work with tutors, they got you there. And then after late afternoon, early evening, now we practice and stuff like that. Okay. When I started playing with them a little bit more, like eighth grade, when we getting older, I start like seeing like, okay, I could do this. Like I could score, like, you know what I'm saying? So I started getting a different like kind of confidence.
Got you.
Warriors is like, where you going to high school?
Yeah.
So I'm telling them like, oh, I'm trying to go to Rice, I'm trying to go to Hollows. And there was this guy, he's actually the head coach at is it Wheels?
Wheels Academy?
Yeah. His name is Josh Krinsky.
Okay.
He was the head, I want to say academic / coach, but he really was academic based for real. Like he was making sure you was on top of your game.
Got you.
He was telling me like, X, like we about to have this open house. I'll never forget. He's like, we're about to have this open house. A whole bunch of these schools gonna come. Yeah. Like he's like in the afternoon, like we gonna hoop in the gym, and like he's like they all gonna watch, and then after you're gonna walk around the lunchroom. All these schools gonna have like their little pamphlets and stuff for each school around the lunchroom. You're gonna walk around, meet all these. What they are is they're coaches or they're people who work in admissions for the school. And the people who know what admissions is the people who pretty much get you into the school. They don't want to handle financial aid, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, sir.
And after that, if they like you, essentially, if they see what they liked on the court, they'll be like, yo, like, let me talk to you about my school.
Okay.
So this is like the first time I heard about prep school.
Yes.
But really, my father is he's already talking to them heavy, like, oh, I think X should go to prep route. You already know you know him, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's my guy, man.
He's chess over here while I'm just hooping. So I'll never forget, I had a great day, bro. And this day changed my life. I had a great day talking about threes is dropping, and we know that wasn't happening early on. Threes is dropping, everything, bro. Everything. I'm still got my defense, so you know, defense a lot of time is all about attitude and effort. So if those coaches see that you playing good defense, they're like, all right, he gonna apply effort. That's all you gotta do, you know what I mean? For the young kids. So I'm doing that, whatever. And it was also groups though. So it was like 8th grade group, then it was like older group who's like they like freshmen, sophomores in high school, and then there was an older group that's like they trying to go into their PG year.
Got you.
So like my group was like first.
Got you.
So boom, my day's over. So I'm walking around. It was this coach named John Carroll. He was the head coach and head admissions guy at a school called North Mount Herman.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
He's like, oh, let me talk to you. Like, he starts talking about the school, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, so I go to Josh. I'm like, yo, the coach sounded like he was interested. Like, what we gonna do? He's like, oh, okay. Like, there was some other ones that's interested as well, but like, we gonna go on a tour because he want 3 of y'all. Like, he want to talk to 3 of y'all. So I'm like, all right, cool. And this, bro, where it gets crazy because like I would bring up names and like a lot of people in the neighborhood, they don't be knowing stuff like this that happen like in our lives. All right. So like we going on a tour and it's me, Chris Della Rosa, who's about to go into his senior year at Hollows.
Yeah. And
then Derek Thomas, a kid from Harlem. He wanted to play at Drexel.
Okay.
It's us 3. But bro, I'm 13.
I was about to say you're in the 8th grade. You're 13, 14 years old.
Boom. So like we get on a tour, bro, of the school. Bro, first of all, the tour, I had never even seen a place like this before in my life. The school is crazy, bro. Like it's like Harry Potter, bro. That's how it was for me. Literally, bro. You walk in a dining hall and like you look up and like the dining hall ceilings look like a cathedral. Like it was that crazy for me. I'm like, and I'm 13. But my dad's like going to visit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Yep. So we get on a visit, bro. Our next day had like these 2 twins. They from Philly, I believe. I think they went to LaSalle. LeBritton Nash that wound up playing at Notre Dame.
Okay.
And they had this 7-foot white kid that I never forget, we was pulling up to the missions building, and he walked out, and he had to duck like this, and he was a 7-footer. The guy was like, oh, he's going to go play at Washington. I'm like, Washington? Because, that's Pac-10.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, damn, like, this is a real deal.
Yep.
But again, I'm 13.
Yeah, you're a kid. You're a baby still.
Yeah, so, bro, we get to playing, and it's like, because, like, that was another thing. We going to play with the kids on the team, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bro, it was, like, flying, bro. I'm like, bro, whoa, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then, like, although basketball was fast, the life was fast, too.
Okay.
But it was like, oh, you're going to be by yourself. Like, and like, you really have to fend for yourself. I'm like, damn. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can do it because you know me. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, can I really do this? You know what I mean? And like, Derek was killing, Chris was killing, and I'm just there holding my own a little bit. Yeah. So then the coach, he put me to the side. I'll never forget. He put me to the side. We was talking, whatever. And I said something, and he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm 13. He was like, what? You 13? I'm like, yeah. He looked at Josh like, wait, what? Like, he's like, bro, these kids are 19, 18. Like, he's like, nah. He's like, nah. Like, you can't come here. He's like, you can't come here. I remember I was crushed, bro. Because on the way home, I'm to myself, I'm like, damn, I got no shot. Like, I got no shot. Okay. I'm like, damn. So then, I remember, like, I got back home, I told my pops, and he was like, damn, it really, like, it was like that? And I'm like, yeah, bro, like, it was too much, bro. Like, it was, you know what I mean? Yeah. He was like, damn, like, we was, like, not discouraged, but, like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, next step.
Boom. This guy, like, what he did was amazing. Like, he called Josh, and he said, listen, bro, like, he's too young to come here, but I know a junior boarding school in New Hampshire that he can go to. Mm-hmm. He'll do his 8th grade year over. He'll do his school, like, you graduate 9th grade, and then you go to secondary school, essentially is a North Mount Herman's. Okay. So he's like, bro, we're going to send him there, get his 2 years, get older, get more mature, and then he's going to come straight to North Mount Herman. Okay. And I'm like, oh, all right. So my dad, he loving that because now he like, oh, it's a smaller school that's just structured. You know what I mean? Yep. And it was all boys. Okay. So like the other one was co-ed. Yeah. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Essentially grown women, like 18-year-old, 19-year-old women walking around. I'm 13. Yeah. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? So he's like, nah, go to the school in New Hampshire. You know, like you're going to have to play 3 sports. So in the fall, you're going to have to play a sport. Winter, play a sport. Spring, play. So like he's going to use that. He said, you're going to get like tough. You're going to get tougher. Yep. I was like, all right, cool. So that's what we did, bro. Josh jumped on it. And that's how I ended up in New Hampshire. Okay. Yeah, boom. So that's how, like, so it got to that point where my dad was like, forget Rice, forget O'Hallows. We doing this route now. Yeah. Boom. It's crazy. And I wound up not even getting in. Say that. Yeah. So it was like, I was about to wind up really having to go to FBA. Okay. So it was like crazy, bro. Life is crazy when I be looking at that like that. So you thinking you're going to New Hampshire? Say it again? You're thinking you're going to New Hampshire at this point? No, I know I'm going. Okay. Yeah, like it was like an automatic at that point. Okay. So, because for a 13-year-old kid to leave home, it's not easy. And it was tough though, bro. Honestly, it still was tough. Just because I was so young. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it was so strict, bro. So what was that experience like? That's what I'm saying. Like, talk about it. Man, like the experience of the junior boarding school was like, it was rough, bro. I can't lie. Like, you in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about people who think it's get cold in New York, bro. There's different levels of cold when you go up north, bro. Like, bro, I'm talking different. The only thing that kind of made it better, that a kid who I had played with the Warriors, he wound up leaving, eventually going to play with Team Next, if people know that, like that team. He wound up playing with Team Next and then doing his own little thing. He wound up going to the school with me on the random. Got it. Like when I went to the open house of people who get accepted, I bumped into him like, what you doing? He like, what you mean? Like, I'm about to go to Cardigan Mall. I'm like, bro, me too. And like, we was on the same team for the Warriors. Got you. We just happened to go another route and we just reconnected there. And I was like, damn. So that kind of also made my pops and them feel a little more
at ease.
Yeah, like we're not the only ones doing this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a grade younger than me, 7th grade. But that made it a little easier. But man, besides that, bro, the food, no disrespect to the school, because the school changed my life, but the food, terrible. Terrible. The structure was like, it's borderline military school. I'm talking about they knocking on your door, like your dorm room door. You had a roommate, of course, 9:30, bed gotta be made, room gotta be clean. If it's not clean, you can't go to breakfast, which is mandatory. They'll have you stay in your room and clean your room. You show up to breakfast late, and now you're the waiter, because like we all had jobs in the school.
Got you.
If you was late to the table before the bell ring, you the waiter now, so now you gotta wait on everybody.
Yeah, because that's my thing. Like coming from back home, from where we from, I heard about boarding school, and to me, boarding school was a punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the mentality I had as a kid. Like if you don't behave, your parents are gonna send you to boarding school. I don't know about the athletic aspect of it. I'm just thinking that's like a punishment. You know what I mean? Like not everybody that goes to boarding school is because they wanted to go play sports.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I remember I was telling people too, like I would meet older people and they'd be like, "What you gonna do in like next year?" Like, cause it's about to be high school.
Yep.
And I'd be like, I'm going to boarding school, and they'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "I'm going to boarding school." And they like, "What'd you do?" I'm like,
exactly.
I ain't do nothing. They like, then why you going to boarding school? I'm like, bro, like I have to give them the whole spiel, but like I definitely understand what you're saying, because that's really how some people look at it.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
For sure.
So you're out here and you're 13, you're away from home, you're away from your family, your friends, everything, right? So it's like you either fight it or you with it and you make the best out of it. You weren't up there as a punishment. So you're going with how you gotta go. You know what I mean? When the sports aspect comes into it, how does that go for you?
See, like up until that point, I never really played another sport besides ball. So like when the fall tournament hit, they was like, you either gotta play soccer, football, and whatever other sport that really didn't matter to me, right?
Your man Junior Bernal that went to Maine, same thing with him. He had to play soccer, football, and basketball.
No, he couldn't play soccer and football because it's the same season.
So then he played soccer in one school, and then he played. Yeah,
because I did the same thing, but opposite. Because when I went to Cardigan, I played football.
Got you.
So that was another thing. So like the first full term, like my 8th grade year, like I'll never forget, bro. It just wasn't a good transition. I just wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Food trash, all that. So I'm like, damn. And like my only motivation was I gotta at least see what the basketball season is like.
Yeah, facts. You
hear through the full term. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I hated football. I was good. Like I was on varsity and all that for the school, playing a lot. But like it was in the cold, so you already know catching a football, tackling. You gotta really be built for that. Like that's not something you just do randomly 8th grade year. You know what I mean?
You played soccer or football?
I played football at the school in New Hampshire. But when I went to school in CT, I played soccer. I was like, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that at all. Like my pops actually told me to. He's like, bro. No more. Like,
what position you played in football?
I was a running back and I was a safety.
Oh, so you was with the action.
You feel me? Like I thought running back. I'm looking at Reggie Bush. He dancing. I think that's what I'm about to be doing.
Different,
bro. Different. And when it's cold, somebody hits you when it's cold, it gets real different. It gets real different. But I was like, So after my 9th grade year, I was like, nah. But like the first year was tough, just because it's a transition.
Yep.
I used that as motivation, like, 8th grade. And I still, like, I was hooping, but, like, I was, like, I ain't cook up like how I wanted to cook up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
When time came, I played lacrosse. Lacrosse was huge at my school. Like, huge. Like, super big, bro. So, like, I'm such a competitor in life that, like, now my goal spring term is, like, I got to make varsity. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah.
I want not even making varsity on my first year, because that's a real sport that you got to skills. You know what I mean?
That's not easy, bro.
And that's another tough sport.
And it's like, full contact.
Bro, what? And that hard ass ball, bro. That ball hits you, bro. That is different, bro. But like one of the motivations for that was like we had these kids around the school that would like help out with like the kids in the dorms.
Okay.
And then we had one kid who was the school leader. Like overall the school, he was the main kid. Like it was like school president, but bigger than that. Like you know what I mean?
Yep.
He wound up becoming my roommate my 8th grade year on a room switch.
Okay.
And his main sport was lacrosse.
Got you.
He's like, you got it. I see you crossing kids up. Like, you got it. It's the same thing. It's just in your hand. And I was like, all right. So I want to play in that. And then after that, it kind of got easier just because it was like, I got one more year and I'm out of here.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to Northfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the transition. It was tough. Just for any kid that's 13, it's going to be tough. But
how'd the basketball season go for you?
8th grade year, we played well. We had, like, they had this thing called Lakes Region. It'd be like all the best teams in the area. But like we're varsity at my school, but we're playing JV and varsity B teams in the big schools.
Got you. Are you still a defender or are you putting the ball in the basket at this point already?
Now I'm putting the ball in the basket. Like that's all I care about. I'm not even thinking about defense no more. Like I'm thirsty to get a bucket to a point where I'm out of control. You know what I mean? Just thirsty, super thirsty. So like, my 9th grade year though, the kid I told you about, his name's Chad Howley, we wound up coming back together. Now he's 8th grade, I'm 9th grade.
Okay.
Be like, bro, we gonna take it this year. Like, we gonna take it this year. At this point, there's schools like Tilton, Brewster Academy, like big time schools that it's their varsity B. So like their kids on their varsity B are kids who have aspirations to play Division I.
Yeah. They're trying to get there.
They're trying to get there. They didn't make the cut. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. So I'm like, yo, we gonna win it this year. Like, so like that was our whole motivation, bro. I'll never forget, like, at that point I was doing stuff I wasn't even supposed to. Like, I'm talking about telling the football coach, like, oh, I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go today. And I'm in the gym shooting, getting shots up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trouble doing the whole 9 yards because you can't be doing that. But I was just thirsty for hoop. Now I'm just focused on getting better. Me and my another friend, his name Shane Rogers, we would just be in the gym, bro, all day. Like when I tell you all day, bro, like all day. And that's when I really built up the love for like, all right, this is really what hoop is. Because now I'm scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a little different. But 9th grade year, we won it. We won the region. Yeah, crazy. Like we beat Till in the first round. This is school Proctor Academy. We played them the second round. We beat them. And then we played a school that happened to be our same level.
Yeah.
They had kids like us. They wanted the chip on their side of the bracket, and we beat them. So we were the first team to win it in like a long time. So that was real exciting. We had to present the ball to the school. All that. It was fire.
How'd you play?
I was cooking. At that point now, like my coach is telling me, like, yo, you got a lot of secondary schools now that want you to go on visits and stuff.
And you know how that works at that point?
Yeah, of course. Because I'm coming home in the summer. New Heights is telling me, like, bro, like this is 9th grade year now. Now everything that you wanted to do 2 years ago, now you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to North of my Herman.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Dude forgot about me, bro. He was off it.
Oh.
Yeah, he was off it. Like,
okay.
Yeah. He wasn't pushing it how he was pushing it before. You know what I mean?
Got it.
All right, cool. I still applied to Northfield. I still got in and everything.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't the same energy. And as I'm getting older, so now I'm starting to understand, like, okay, if they don't really want you, don't go over there.
Don't go.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's how that went.
So in the summers, you're playing with New Heights, right? How is this kid that just 2 years ago only cared about defending the ball and jumping out of bounds and taking a charge to now he knows he's as good as anybody in his class, offensively, defensively? He's a basketball player now. Because now you're more of a basketball player at this point. Yeah. All right. Sure. How's your role in New Heights when you're coming home for the summers?
See, so like now, this is when it kind of gets a little tricky for me because now you walking in. This is for like older kids that's gonna watch this or whatever. Now, like when you go from you have a transition when you improve, you want to prove that transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now that you've gotten better.
Yeah. So now I'm coming home. And obviously, we already know who's the guys on the team, or whatever. But in my mind, I just went crazy. So, like, I don't even care about none of that. Like, whatever agenda y'all trying to push of this is the person, I'm trying to rip their head off. Like, we're not worried about that at all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So in some instances, people don't respect that. You know what I mean? Like that turns into you being uncoachable or cocky.
A high head and
You just you believe in you.
Yeah.
You know
If you don't feel you're the best at what you're doing, you're not giving it your all.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
It's that simple. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But with that being said, people still like what I want to say is like you could think you're so nice, you still can need to improve. You know what I mean? So like even though I think I'm capable of doing certain things, your coaching stuff, they're gonna always view it differently. Rightfully so. Like you're really not that good, bro. You need to work on this. Like somebody used to be like, yo, bro, like you need to find a jump shot, my boy. Like
facts.
But in my mind, I'm like, what you mean? Like you know, so like that's the balance beam.
Yes,
so
sir.
It was like I had been playing with y'all since I was in 6th grade.
Yes, sir.
Now it's 9th grade. And now we started thinking about college. And now my energy, my everything is just revved all the way up. So now I'm like, no. I gotta be one of those guys. Like, I gotta be one of those guys. So like that changed a lot. And then, as you know, because you know our history, they New Heights wound up merging with S. Carter. They had just won a national chip. So there's a whole nother wave of kids coming in the door now.
Yep.
Who are there every day of the week, mind you, because I'm going to prep school. So when I come in the summer, y'all didn't really see me for the last three seasons.
Yes, sir.
That also changes a lot of the dynamic.
Yep.
So it was a little, you know, those are still my peoples and they held me down and yada yada yada, but like it was a transition. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For sure.
So what does that do to you though, mentally? Because you know that this path is just beginning. You're in the 9th grade. You understand? Like you still got, like you said, you're thinking about college, you coming home to show everybody what you've been putting, the work you've been putting in during the winter. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now you're in 9th grade. What are you thinking about as far as school goes when you see that the whole New Heights thing is just different? So now that you got to do it for yourself, what's the school situation for you? What's that thought process like?
Like for me, like, cause like one thing I didn't touch on is like, so now when I went to secondary school, I want to go into Suffolk Academy.
There you go. So that's the school I was waiting for you to talk about.
Yeah. So sophomore year, like, which New Heights helped me get into those. Like New Heights, they controlled everything up until my senior year of high school, bro. Like everything. Yeah. Everything. You know what I mean? So like they got me into schools, everything. So like they got me into Suffolk Academy.
Okay.
Boom. I wanted to go in there. So now 10th grade year hits. Okay. Now when I'm hooping in high school, and now I'm like, oh, these is real varsity players.
Yes.
That puts a whole other battery in my back now. Cause now I'm like, nah, I really can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, bro, I'm playing in a conference in prep school with Alex Oriaki and them, like big name kids. You know what I mean? They just in another region of the country.
Yes.
I'm like, no. Like, Like when I go home, I gotta turn up. Like it's none of that defender. No. I'm here. Like I'm
one of them now.
Yeah. And on top of that, my pops is in my ear too. Like, you can do this. Don't play around. Like, don't take no shorts. So that's another motor. So when I come back home after 10th grade year, I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So we traveling everywhere. Like, you know, that's when I'm playing with Scotty, Mikey. We all grinding. We all trying to get on.
Yes,
you know
sir.
I mean? So we going all over the country. Here. We holding our own. Then they bring a whole wave of kids, like I mentioned previously.
Yeah.
And that changed the whole dynamic because they put us on a B team.
Yes.
And that is when everything changes. Everything changes.
Yeah.
And just because, like, that changed our dynamic because the headline tournaments that we was getting in 9th grade, 10th grade, 8th grade, we did team for New Heights.
Yeah.
It changed everything because now they're the team.
Yep.
And we might not go to the same tournament.
Tournaments.
Or we're going to Pennsylvania and they're going to Las Vegas.
Yep.
Like, bro, that it wasn't adding up for me. So like that was a lot of motivation for me because I'm like, I should be. If anything, I didn't look at it as like we all getting shorted because we all trying to eat ourselves. So I'm like, I need to be on that team then. Like, these the dudes that I hooped with for the last 4 or 5 years, but like I gotta get it on my own. Like I should at least be on that team or something. Something gotta take. But they didn't see it that way. Obviously, they didn't see it that way. They felt it would be better if I stayed on the team, the B team. There'd be more exposure. You know what I mean? The kids I played with my whole life, pretty much, like it was just a better fit.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so that changed everything. Because then the motivation now, when I'm going back to school, I'm like, I really got to kill now. Because I don't feel like I was really getting seen over the summer because I was on a B team.
On the B team, yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that changed the whole dynamic, bro. That was tough. That was a time, and that's when we went on our tier.
Yeah, absolutely. And they regretted not having you on the A team when it counted.
yeah. That's when it got real spicy. But
so when you at Suffield for 10th grade?
Yeah, 10th, 11th, 12th grade.
All right. So talk to me about 10, 11, and 12th grade. You, the ball player you are now, because my thing is this, what a lot of people might not understand about you. We always saw you in the park. We always saw you with a basketball. You was always at all the games, and your pops always had you out there. See, I know your father from when your father was hooping, and he was tough.
Yeah,
he wasn't just a dude that was running back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you started going late.
Yeah,
you know that.
For
you
sure.
know that. Like you're a defender in 8th grade, 9th grade. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard of because you're 13, 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's these kids that's been playing since they were 6, 7 years old. By the time they're 14, they're not thinking about defense. They're thinking about, I got to get this bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you turn the switch, it was late. A lot of people think because you was always out there that you always had that same mentality.
Yeah.
You were two totally different basketball players.
Yeah.
When I saw you playing as a little kid, opposed to when I started coaching you, you weren't the same kid.
Yeah, at all.
You know what I mean? So how's that 10th grade year that you know now in your head, you told yourself, I got to go over here and tear it up. How do those years of high school go for you?
Well, like, mind you, like, Suffield at the time were Class B.
Okay.
I had visions on going Class A, which are like the St. Thomas Moores, the Brewsters, the Notre Dame Preps. Those were my thoughts.
Yes.
It didn't work out that way.
Yep.
Boom. So when I get to Suffield my 10th grade year, I was like, I'll never forget, like, I'm pretty much on my tour, and the coach telling me, like, you're going to start 10th grade. You're going to play this, and this school. So, like, you're going to get the moments to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Get there 10th grade year, not starting. I'm like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, I'm like, no. This is not what we discussed. Like the kid who plays your position, he's a 3-year starter going to his senior year. The whole spill. I'm like, bro, that wasn't discussed though. Like, that's like, y'all didn't tell me that. So like, what's going on? So that was another hurdle. Now we got to jump over.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, it messed with my confidence a little bit because like now I'm coming in the game not to mess up, not kill.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, man, here we go again, type vibe. So boom, I'm just trying to prove myself. I start cooking. So then I started realizing it's like play the first 4 minutes of the game, and then I'm playing the rest of the game.
Yep.
My pops would always be like, bro, it don't matter if you start, bro. It matters if you finish the game.
Yeah,
like,
you playing starter minutes.
Stop worrying about that. I'm like, nah, because it's a pride thing. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I need to be starting. He's like, no, like, listen to me. So once he got that in my head, I'm like, all right, once I go in the game, it's kill.
Yeah.
Like I'm the man. It's kill.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about nobody else. So 10th grade year, I have a decent year.
What's decent?
Decent is when I came back junior year,
they
had me ranked top 15 in Connecticut as juniors.
So then that's not a decent 10th grade year.
No, but for me, bro, like I wanted to be up there.
All right, but listen, bro, there's kids that play the game of basketball their whole life and never get ranked anything. Okay. So for you to downplay your first year at Suffield in the 10th grade, not starting a decent year, but you coming back ranked in the top 20 as a junior, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wasn't ranked top 100 though in New England, so that's probably why I'm saying decent, because I was just ranked in Connecticut. Okay, so like you're looking at like I wasn't really looking at Connecticut. I was looking at the whole New England.
Yes, sir.
In my mind, I'm like, it's not 100 players better than me in my class.
Okay, got you.
So I'm like, when I came back junior year, and because I feel like I really didn't get the real opportunity to go crazy. Yeah. Sophomore year, I was only ranked in Connecticut.
Got it.
So I'm like, damn, like, nah, that's not. So junior year, this is when it really got crazy. Junior year, mind you, I'm going back to school through the whole New Heights transition. So now I'm really like, oh yeah, it's go time.
Yeah.
That's when I started putting the 40s and the 38s and all those moments happening. And I started.
How did that feel at that level for a kid, again, that's not known, that in your mind, you didn't start off this way?
Yeah.
So it's like you've only been this way for about 2 years.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like getting out, coming from where we come from, and you at this big prestigious school, you got all these people looking at you, you out there and you cooking. Like, what's that doing for you as a kid coming up, getting ready?
Yeah, like it was real motivating, bro. Like, you know, every kid is saying, like, when you get in a moment, getting those moments of your life, you're like, I'm going to the league.
Yeah.
Not even really understanding what it takes to get to the league, but like,
yeah.
You the man where you at. So you like, it's time. You know what I mean?
I got a shot. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like in my mind, I'm like, it's time. Like I gotta go high major. Like it's over. It's over. Like in my mind, it was not like I had nothing. That was the guideline. Like that was where the bar was. Like I gotta go high major. So like after my junior season, I made. They wound up changing around because like, bro, they had my sophomore year. It was like in New England, it was Class A, Class B, Class C, and bro, in these classes, bro, it'd be like, bro, 50 teams and 8 teams make the playoffs, bro.
Got you.
So they like, now they gotta divide this up. So they started changing the classes. So then my one was Western New England.
Okay.
So boom, my junior year, we was cooking, bro. Like, mind you, my coach, this is the first year that they wound up changing coaches. So the guy who was the assistant, he wound up changing, getting the head job my junior year. And he was telling me like, X, look, it's gonna be a whole different ball game your junior year. Like, I'm bringing PGs in strictly for basketball. This, and this. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he like, we gonna go to what's it called? Oh, Hoon Mountain Showcase. So now we started going like the national showcases for New England. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So we playing like top ranked schools in the area, all that my junior year, and I'm cooking. So now I'm like, okay, now that we on this level, I know I could really do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I never forget, I had got sighted, like I said, my sophomore year, right? My junior year, I remember I showed up on campus the first day I'm there. And one of the kids was like, he was like on JV the year before, whatever. He was like, yo, bro, you saw they brought like 3 PGs in guards? And I was like, wait, what? He like, yeah, bro, like, and then we had another senior who was about to be a 4-year starter his senior year.
Okay.
So it's 4 of them already.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, so in my mind, I'm like, oh no. Y'all better not do this again.
Yeah.
So full term, like fall ball, I'm going crazy, bro.
Got you.
Crazy. I remember my coach pulled me aside. He like, you good? I'm like, yeah. He like, you playing angry? I'm like, yeah, I am angry. He like, why? I'm like, cause like I feel like, you know me, like I feel like you already giving them the starting job, bro. Like, what is this? He like, no. He was like, no. Like, we gonna go as far as you go. Don't forget that. Like they PGs, but this is your team.
Okay.
Then
that's junior year.
Yeah, so that junior year was like from the get-go, I already know. Although I'm the youngest of the players, it's time to go.
Okay.
I remember him vividly telling me, like, bro, none of them is going D1. Like they only come in here because they trying to get D3 schools. They trying to get a school to get them in the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, you the only one that got the potential to go D1, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, this is your team.
Got it.
So I need you to do what you need to do. I'm like, oh, all right. And then that's when I tell you, like, boom, cooking. So then senior year comes, and I kind of was academically, school was crazy hard. Getting caught up in girls, doing the whole 9 yards, falling behind. And at these schools, there's none of that, oh, you starting point guard, no.
Nah.
They give you the stamp, failed. See you later. Like, no hesitation. Like, so like my junior year, I messed up a lot of my grades, and I kind of ruined my recruitment.
I was going to ask you, when did the recruitment process start for you?
Yeah, so like junior year, that's when it's starting to pick up. Like, I'm starting to get more letters and all that. But like when they coming around, because you know you get offered between junior and senior year, going like that summer-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're really good, you won't be getting offers during that. As soon as it opens up during that season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like, it was dry. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? And my coach is like, bro, like I told you. He was being in my head like, bro, I told you, bro, like you messing up in school. You getting 30, but bro, that don't matter. Like you need a 3.0.
Yep.
Like I remember he used to say, that's the real 30 you need. Like you need a 3.0. And I'm like, this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Too fast. Like, so I was like, damn, so I messed up so many schools, bro. Like I'm not even gonna name them. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Letters from we can name the list goes on, but like it's like they didn't get the real opportunity because of that.
Got it.
So
that's a common story in this basketball world, sad to say, man. You don't always go, a kid doesn't always wind up at a school because of how they play basketball.
Yup. That's what a lot of kids need to understand too.
Facts.
They're gonna take Jimmy, who got the 2.9 and straight A's, if he can sit in the corner and hit threes, rather than such and such who got a 1.9, but
that might be a liability.
You know what I mean? They're gonna go with the secure because everybody's got to get paid. These coaches got to get paid.
Yes, they do.
They got their own family they got to take care of. So everybody's livelihood is on the line. So like, I also wasn't. I'm just thinking. I'm caught in the moment. I'm getting 38. We winning. Like, it don't matter. Like,
how'd you guys do in the playoffs?
See, the playoffs, we lost in the first round. I got sick though. I had caught the flu. Only time I got the flu my whole life. I had caught the flu going into the game. It was like, I think it was like 2 days before. I was just weak, bro. I had no energy, bro. No energy. I only wound up having like 16, 17. We lost like one of them games you lose the last 2 possessions, and it was at the crib. It was tough. That one was, that one hurt. We had that. I feel like my team, my junior year, was better than my team, my senior year. But my senior year, we went further.
Got you.
Because like mentally, I was ready. Like, bro, we ain't doing this senior year.
Yeah.
But like when I came back senior year, I think I had moved up a couple spots in Connecticut, but I'm like 60 something in New England. So now I'm like, okay.
You cracked 100.
Yeah. So now I'm like, oh yeah, they starting to see.
Yep.
Like, so like it's really go time. So then that's like the whole transition. But like I said, the grade situation. So like I didn't really get no offer senior year.
Word?
No, bro. They wasn't. Listen, bro. If you're not a high major prospect, what being a liability, they not just throwing you no offer.
Yeah, that's not a reality. That's a fact.
No. Like if you a mid-tier person or player, you have to be secure for them to be throwing them offers. Like, yeah. And you also, a lot of people don't understand too, in kids specifically, like when you are in high school and stuff, you really get recruited in your area. So like, not a lot of schools from Florida, like you meet some kids, bro. Like me, for instance, I'll meet some kids down the line, like they're from wherever, and I'll be like, "What schools you have?" Like coming out of high school, and bro, like in Ohio, for instance, when I went to Kent, what schools you had? They'll be naming, bro, all the schools, Ohio, Toledo, and I'll be like, "How?" In my mind, I'm like, "How?"
Yeah.
They like that's their area, so that's, like,
Yep.
For us, it's like up north, you're gonna have the Ivy Leagues not happening. The Patriot Leagues not happening. So if it's not Big East, American East, like you know what I'm saying? It's not the window's real small if you're really not one of them guys.
If you're not, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's how I went. Senior year was like, nah, like you gonna like for me, I look back sometimes and I'll be like, damn, maybe I should have did this because I see it how it plays out now. But like my coach was like, yo, you probably should go to junior college. And I'm like, hell no. Like, in my mind, I'm like, you go to junior college, your career is done.
Got you.
I didn't understand it. Like, you go to junior college and you get a high major. Like, you know, I just, me and my pops, we was naive to that. He's like, no. And I told him, like, you know what? I'm just going to post grad.
Okay.
And he was like, my dad was like, what's that? I'm like, you're going to do another year of high school. And like, I'm just going to try to go to one of the big ones. And he was like, and then what? I'm like, it's going to give me a year to get my grades together.
You get the grades, yeah.
And I'm going to be able to, get them offers. And he was like, Then he was like, now I'm 18, though. So he's like, you want to do that? I'm like, yeah. Because, like, at this point, my coach is telling me, like, Notre Dame Prep, St. Thomas More, like, all those schools is like, they want you for a post-grad. So I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. So I'm telling my dad, like, nah, this is really what it is. Like, these schools, these are the top schools in New England. Like, everybody goes high major from these schools. So, like,
Yep.
what we need to do. So he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. So, like, what happened after that? Oh, I want to play with the players. Which was also a different twist.
Talk about it.
So, like, the coach at Winchendon. So I apply to these schools. I get into Notre Dame, St. Thomas More, Winchendon. One more. What was the other one? It don't matter. And the coach's name is Mike Burns, legendary coach at Winchendon.
Okay.
He was like, bro, like, I might get this job at Robert Morris.
Oh.
He's like, so I don't know. Like, I'm seeing him like on the visit. He like, I might. So I don't know if I'm gonna be here. So I'm like, damn. Like, but then I'm like, I don't want to go to St. Thomas More. It's all boys. Like that would have been like going from like the Ritz Carlton, bro, to the Holiday Inn. Cause my school was magnificent. Like the food, the living, the culture. Yeah. Ritz Carlton. It was no way I was going from that to there. So I'm like, see. Then I heard about Notre Dame Prep. I'm like, they talking about they be having 7 dudes split a box of cereal for breakfast. I'm like, no, I can't do that either. So when she didn't, this seemed like the closest thing to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go there. And at the time, they still had Winchendon that year that I'm touring. They had a kid named Anthony Ireland. Angel Nunez is there. Ken Birch, who plays for the Magic. Some kid, Marcus Kennedy, loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded, top to bottom, loaded.
Yep.
And he's telling me, like, if you come, it's going to be you, Eli Carter, kid that want to play in that Rutgers, Damian Lee, who's on the Warriors right now. Who else he said? Oh, he said Marcus is going to come back. Kim's going to come back. So I'm like, oh, all right. Like, I'm stepping right in the fire with some dogs. Like, this is really what I wanted.
Yeah.
Boom. He's like, but what's your situation with AAU? And I was like, well, like, I was gonna play. Like, I played for New Heights, but I cut that off. That's not happening no more. I'm probably gonna play with Long Island Lightning. He was like, you know what? Like, most of my guys play for the players. He's like, he's like the head guy, TJ. Like, I'm gonna have him call you. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll never forget, bro. I was on my way to practice.
Yeah.
Like, lacrosse practice.
Okay.
He called me. He's like, oh, yeah, Coach Burns told me whatever. What are you doing this weekend? I'm like, bro, I'm at school. Like, what do you mean, what am I doing this weekend?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, like, I want you to come play with us in the Kansas Invitational. I'm like, huh? I'll call you back. Bro, I sprinted to my coach's his dorm.
Yeah.
On his door, I'm like, yo, bro, you got to get me out of the lacrosse game. He's like, I can't do that. I'm like, yo, bro, TJ just called me. Like, he said he wanted me to play in the Kansas Invitational. He like, oh. Dude got up, went, because he realized how serious it was. He like,
yeah.
Oh, no. So he went and told the coach, he like, you got to quit. Like, you got to quit. He's like, they going on tournaments every weekend in the spring.
Got it.
So I'm like, looking at my coach, I'm like, you really think he going to mess with me like that? Like, the guy, TJ.
Yeah. He's
like, yeah, I had a long conversation with him. Like, it's like that.
Yeah. Bro,
dude pulled up in the Escalade, say New England players on the grill, everything. I'm like, this one, I'm really like, wow. Yeah. Now everything is really, really turning the page. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So I'm like, all right. And then when I got to the team and I see his kid committed to Duke, Arizona, Nova, Kansas, I'm like, oh, okay, actually, you really belong now. Like,
yeah.
If there was any indication that I was in my mind that I thought I was nice, that's when it was like, you here, bro. Like, now it's time to really believe, not just weird in your chest believe. Like, now perfect your craft believe. You know what I mean? Yep. But that also was just another step, because now you playing. I'm in the game and they like, yo, you gotta guard him today. Like, he's number 3 in the nation. And I'm like, I wasn't really getting that in New Heights. Yeah. I'm like, who's that? And they're like, Shabazz Muhammad. I'm like, who's that? I just
UCLA.
Like, oh no, he's like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, it's so many kids I could just name that it was just like, and it was happening so fast, bro. That spring was like, da.
You really got tested.
Yeah, tested. Playing Quincy Miller. I remember the day he just got they ranked him number 1.
Mm.
Next morning, every top 25 head coach is in the gym, bro. We playing D1 Sports, John Wall's team.
Yeah.
Then he had the kid Deuce Bello, the one with the crazy bounce.
Yeah.
Well, my eyeballs was like this big, bro. I didn't start. I'm on the bench looking in the crowd. I'm like, yo, that's really Tom Izzo. Yo, that's really like Bob Huggins. Like,
that's real.
Like, that's Roy Williams. Like, it was like no games. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But then the coach wound up going to Robert Morris. So I'm like, bro.
How were you playing with the players? How'd you do?
Like, I'm gonna keep it. I was holding my own. I wasn't getting you. Like, I really couldn't do that. Like,
now it's different when it's situations like that. It's different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's different, like real different. Like, you know,
you gotta play. You gotta just play basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And like, we had the marquee guys that they was getting the pill. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like, you just gotta get in where you fit in. Like,
yes, sir.
And a lot of kids can't make that transition.
A lot of kids can't make that team.
Yeah, that too. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of kids can't make that transition when you were just getting 30 in your school, and now you gotta settle for 10, 12.
It's like I tell my nephew, when you're in high school, if you're the man of your high school team, you'll be up for the Mr. Basketballs and the Basketball Player of the Year, the Gatorade Player of the Year. But when you go to college, there's about 4 or 5 of those on your team. That was a man in North Carolina and Florida and California. You know what I mean? So
you gotta buckle down.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But,
so in your senior year, what how does that go for you?
Like senior year at Suffield?
At Winchendon, your last year of high school basketball.
So like essentially none of the kids who was supposed to come with me come.
Okay.
I'm the only one that comes.
Okay. Because the coach left.
And Burns told me, he was like, bro, if you want to leave, like, I'll get admissions to release you.
Okay.
He was like, and you can go, and like TJ at the time, like, he's telling me, like, yo, you could go to Brewster. Because like my teammate at the time, his name is Marcus Kennedy, he wanted to go to Nova, then he transferred to SMU.
Okay.
Me and him was sleeping head to toe in TJ's crib for the whole month of July. Because like we couldn't go home because of all the tournaments. Yeah. And he was like, yo, bro, like, you don't need to go to Winchendon. This is what TJ's telling me. Like, you don't need to go to Winchendon, bro. You can go to Brewster. We can go to Notre Dame Prep. And I know they're going to take care of you at Notre Dame Prep because I know who I am. Like, he's giving me these cues. I'm like, nah, like, I thought about going to Brewster, but then I was like, I already was sitting behind my homie on my AAU team. So I'm like, why go do that over there? Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I was like, and then Burns was like, the coach who's going to get the job that I know will get it. Yeah. He's the son of Jerry Quinn, who's the head coach at St. Thomas More. He's a great guy. He's going to take care of you. So if you do want to go to Winchendon, I'm telling you straight. Okay. Got you. So I spoke to the dude. He like, yeah, like, you know, like I'm still tied into every school that my pop. So he was the assistant with his father. Yeah. He's like, I still got all my connects. Like, I'm just moving. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do my own head coaching. His own thing. Yeah. But he's like, still my pops. Like, so I still in the same circle. Like, it wouldn't be a bad look for you. I'm like, got you. I'm like, all right. So I want to mess with dude. He's a great guy. Yeah. Also changed my life too when it came to hoop because like I went in the training got different and he was not playing, bro, at all. Like he was not playing, bro. Like I'm talking about like he's saying like, X, you want to play D1 next year? Like meet me in the gym tomorrow at 6 a.m. That's what it takes. And I'm like, bro, you're bugging. Like I got class at 8. He's like, okay, then you're not going D1. Like you gonna settle? That's simple. Yeah, he like you want to settle for what happened last year? And I'll be like, bro, like. You know me, just how smart I am. Like, bro, it really had everything to do with grades. It wasn't about the ball. He like, no, bro. Like, no, listen to me. Like, he was a great guy, bro. He's like, no, listen to me, bro. Like, you need to get better. Like, you need to get a consistent jump shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? He used to always say that. I used to be like, all right. He changed my whole life when it come to working, like work ethic. Like, he was on it, and he was still young, so he was energetic as well. You know? Yep. But like, he changed everything, and like, we had a terrible year. Okay. Terrible year. Like, cause like he wasn't able to recruit the kids that he wanted. So like we had like 6'5" centers trying to guard Andre Drummond. Come on, bro. Yeah. Like it just wasn't, but I was doing my thing because I wanted to still making honorable mention in the top league. So like the top 5, all high majors. Second team, all high majors. And then even on the honorable mention, it's loaded. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Still made that and we wasn't even winning, so that just go off pure what I was doing individually.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I was doing my thing, but again, I didn't get my SAT score to the spring.
Mm.
So he had so many coaches come in the gym, bro. Full time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frying, bro. Like so many. I'm talking about Western Kentucky, George Mason, everything, bro.
Yep.
All school that I know I can go to and actually do my thing.
Yeah, and play. Yes, sir.
Mid majors, you know, I'm like, nah, like this is really what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
None of them was ready to wait, bro.
Got it.
None of them was ready to wait. Only school that I wanted to wait was Maine.
Got you.
You know how that went. But
What do you know about Maine in general?
What did I know about Maine?
Yeah, the school and like basketball wise, like
Nothing. I didn't know nothing, bro.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing. In my mind, all I knew was they was D1. I'm trying to go D1. And once I get into the door, I'm good. Like, I'll figure it out. I had already just figured it out. New Hampshire, Connecticut, Winchendon.
Exactly.
So step for me. Like, I just need to get D1. No matter where it is, it can be in the middle of nowhere. I just need to get to D1. I'm going to cook up and do what I got to do to get where I want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, like, I had known nothing, bro. To the point when I got off the bus, bro, for the visit, I'm like, yo. Like, I thought New Hampshire was cold.
Nah, Maine is
bro. I'm like, no. I remember asking my host, I'm like, yo, bro, it's like this every day? He like, yeah, and it gets worse. I'm like, what? Worse than this? Like, bro, it says 2 degrees.
Yeah.
He like, fact. He goes, no, bro, you don't understand. I'm like, yo. So but I just was trying to go D1, bro. D1. That was my whole motivation. Like, for me, as a kid, it was like, and I'm gonna be honest too, because like when you get like you gotta be real with yourself, bro. So like when I'm going through the lapse of life with come to bowl, I get to my senior year, I'm looking at ESPN Top 100, I'm like, yeah, you nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, all right, the league is not happening.
Okay.
You gotta be real with yourself. League is not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, like, you know what? My true dream, I gotta play D1. That was my dream.
Got you.
It got to a point where pro wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, that's not gonna happen, brother. Like, you better just go D1, cook up, be one of them legends at one of these schools, get your degree.
Get this degree and figure it out.
You already know my pops already telling me that. All he kept saying was free 99. You need to go to school for free. After that, whatever happens, happens. But the main goal need to be going to college to get your free education. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I just gotta go D1. Let me hoop for them 4 years I am in college. I wasn't just trying to go to college go to college. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
After all this pain, I'm like, let me go D1. That would be my dream. Cook up, and I'll be good with that.
Yeah.
So that's when Maine came, and we D1. We had a great, like, the year before I got there, they had a great year too. Great year. They beat UMass. They was like 3rd in the conference. All that. So I was like, it was real intriguing. I'm like, all right, it's not really some hole in the wall. Like,
yep.
They doing something.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's a whole nother experience in itself. That one was,
We spoke about that before you went there. You know what I mean?
That's so funny. Like, that's so funny. You used to be like, yo, bro, like, you know what you getting into? And I'm like, yeah, what you mean? Like, nah. You don't know what you get into.
Yeah, because I watched my man go through it. You know what I mean? And even with the cuffs on him, he put up 3,000, 1,000, and 500.
No, that's a fact. I mean? Like, everyone was asking me, like, yo, you know Junior Burnell? And I'm like, I don't know him personally, but I know the name, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
he was in New Heights too.
Yeah, I was like, he played for my AU team and all that. So like, yeah, I know who he is. But like, I don't know him personally. They're like, oh yeah, no, he did his thing. Like, that was kind of one of the sales my recruiter did. Like, he used. Like, oh, I know a kid who came here. He did his thing. Wore number 12. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, you could do what he did. Like maybe even more. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's rock out. All I need was somebody to believe in me. That's all I wanted.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. So I see your energy. So we're gonna get by Maine. You know what I mean? Yeah. My thing was, you do 3 years at Maine, right?
Yeah.
The America East, which I personally, I told you before you went to school, I said, bro, basketball, you're not gonna have a problem. Like, they gotta steal with you. Because I know what the America East is like. You know what I mean? So they got to deal with you. It's just, oh boy, I don't know what old boy's gonna do with you. The
Yeah.
basketball is gonna be easy for you because at that point you were also a different kid. Because
Yeah.
you and me spent our summers fighting,
Yeah.
bro. But at the end of the day, what I'm fighting with you about, you wound up doing anyway. Stop
Yeah.
dribbling so much.
Yeah.
Make one move and go to the rack. Work on your jump shot. Like you had that chip of New Heights on your shoulder, so crazy. Then when we played them in the summer, they beat us by 50.
50.
They hadn't lost in 3 years. And then that one day comes. We got New Heights in the playoffs. I don't remember the last time Dykeman won a championship in juniors or seniors, but we're talking big time. We're talking seniors. We're talking Javon Pinkston. We're talking about from 1 to 12, they're D1.
Yeah.
Loaded.
Loaded.
And the kid you became that day let me know that you were going to get it. You were going to get it. You didn't get it that whole summer. You didn't get it. That game, I mean, that championship run, I'm not going to say that game. That championship run, you got it. Because even the next year, you were a different player. Against New Heights, you wasn't coming down with the bop, spin, move, bop. You came down, one move, rack, and one. One move, and one. And we had about 6 and ones in that game. Hit like 3 threes. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't shake my hand at the end of the game.
Yeah, bro, I told you I had to tell the next day. They was side-eyeing me.
But at that point, me watching you come up, at that point, I knew you get it. It's just in the summertime, you was letting the oohs and the ahs get to you. But as a basketball player, I knew you got it. Yeah. So when you went to Maine and I saw how it was going, I was like, this is what I didn't want. This little dude put in all this work, having to go here to school, having to go here to school, to wind up in college and wind up with a dude like that doesn't know how to use basketball players. Because that's all it is. Because I went to a game where my man was playing and the coach's parents were sitting in front of me. I didn't know it was their parents. So you know how I give it up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this coach is bugging. The lady turned around. She said, yo, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to use his players. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know why these people are telling me that, but okay. And the lady turned around and said, yeah, that's my son. I know what he doesn't do. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I get it.
No, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for a kid like you, that it's like, okay, I just got to get through college. I just want to get through college. And like you said, you're not thinking I'm going to go overseas and do this. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like you're thinking I got to get through college. I just wanted to play D1, get this degree, and then I'm going to figure out what where life goes.
Yeah.
Then Kent State pops up on the radar.
Yeah.
You understand? Because that's the dream.
Yeah.
Division I basketball was the goal. Kent State's, those type of schools was the dream for that little kid.
Yeah.
From the one building. So how does that come about?
So like my junior year, we won 5 games.
Yeah.
5 and 20 something.
Got you.
I don't want to say we were like pulling for Buddy to get fired or whatever, but we just thought that was gonna be automatic.
Mm-hmm.
One of the kids who was a sophomore, he was a starter. He wasn't feeling it either. Like he was, I'm out of here. He wound up going on a visit to a school, and he decided like I'm transferring. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
He was our second leading scorer behind me. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, as soon as he get his release, you're gonna come around and ask why, and the whole beans is gonna be spilled.
Yeah.
And we all should be able to move on from that.
Yep.
He gets his release, nothing happens. So now I'm waiting. Like they talking about, oh, they at the Final Four and all this. We gotta wait till they get back because all the coaches go to the Final Four weekend.
Okay.
So we at school, Buddy got his release. I'm waiting. Like when is it gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? They get back. They back for like 2 weeks. Nothing happened, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, said, okay, call my pops. I say, bro, I'm out of here, bro. Like, I'm out of here. Like, and when like we was also me and him was also going through some personal issues too. Like he was just trying to do so much backdoor stuff, trying to get people in trouble, et cetera, et cetera. This being a snake, bro. And I'm just like, bro, that's so unnecessary. Like, I don't know, like, I'm not even that type of kid. So like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So boom, I'm like, all right, like I called at the time. I called TJ, the coach, the kid, the guy who runs the place.
Mm-hmm.
I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm out of here, bro. I need to go, bro. Like, this isn't for me. Like, I don't want my senior year to end like this. Like I'm gonna try to see if I can graduate because they had just put the rule in that you can graduate and play right away at your next school.
Got you.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to graduate. Then I found out I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I didn't have enough time. So I'm like, damn. Now I have to go to school that's gonna let me transfer, sit a year, and then play a year.
And then play. Yep.
Which is like unheard of.
Exactly.
Like schools don't ever do that. So I was like, but I was just so fed up mentally, bro. I was mentally drained, bro, that I was just like, I remember it was at one point, bro, I was like, forget it, bro. I might just go D2. Like, because mentally I'm not here.
Yeah.
Like,
it took a toll on you.
I just got all conference too, 13 all conference. Off of 5 games that we won. I still made 13 all conference, which shows you that if we would have went 500, I would have been first team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's like I'm like that was another thing. I'm like, bro, this is bull, bro. Like I'm getting slighted because we suck.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. Like I'm out of here, bro. So I remember he called me. He was like, yo, Townsend take you right now. Just go get your release. Went to the clients, yo, can I get my release? Bro, when I went and got my release, bro, they was, huh?
Yeah.
You played 34 minutes. What you mean? No. Like, those ain't good 34 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact.
Like, that don't do nothing for me. Like, that 13 war don't do nothing for me, bro. Like, nah. That's like, mentally, I'm not here, bro. I'm out. So I remember the next day, all the news sources in Maine, they going crazy. Leading scorer, 13 all conference, Xavier Pollard asks for a release. So then the compliance lady, I'm still waiting. Like, so what's gonna happen now?
Yeah,
bro. Like, this is one day, Drew. 24 hours.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen now? You know what they did? Nah, it's cool. Like we straight. They was on some like, it's all right. Let him leave. 24 hours later from that, Sean gets his release. So then they like, whoa. Like, 3 kids got their release, 2 of them within 48 hours of each other. What's going on here?
And Sean was a junior, right?
Sean was going into his junior year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Which means he should have left too. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, he was like, he got his release 48 hours after me.
Yep.
So then they really like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, now this is like, all right, something is up.
Yeah.
So they start coming around, like, like, I'm sorry, like, maybe this is what we should have did. Looking at them like, okay. It got to the point I had that conversation with them, bro. They could not get a hold of me. I was a ghost.
Got you.
They calling me this, we about to fire him. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't have took Sean to get his release for y'all to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't even took me.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have did that off the 5 games.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom. So Sean gets whatever, boom, that takes place. They fire Buddy. So, bro, they telling me like, yo, just come back. Like, bro, what? Like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, I got Townsend. Like, I remember like my assistant, he was so cool, bro. He played for Buddy.
Yeah.
So now he coached for Buddy. So he knew everything about Buddy. So he was like, nah, like, if you can go somewhere else, I'm telling him like, yo, Townsend told me soon as they ready, he like, nah, go. Like, don't even hesitate, X, go.
Got you.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
This is the spin of that. So I called TJ. Do you know who TJ is?
No, I've heard of him. I don't know him personally.
Okay, so TJ, he just got caught up in the whole sneaker scandal. Like, he was on the stand talking about people because like he got caught in the whole ring of things.
Yeah.
Stuff. So he was already a little fishy person too.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm calling him. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm waiting for them to call me, like Townsend. Like,
yep.
They're gonna call you. 1 week pass, 2 weeks pass. So now palm's starting to get sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, where they at? Like, you told me to get my release because they wanted me.
Yep.
So like, what's going on here? He's like, bro, be patient, be patient, be patient. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna be patient. Another week passed. I get that phone call. Oh, hey, I'm head coach Townsend. Like, we really, really like you and such and such, but like, I told TJ like, don't tell you to get your release because like I'm trying to get this scholarship to free up. Wait, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I'm trying to get this kid to leave the program, but if he don't leave, he don't got no scholarships. So I'm like, you really can't come. Bro, my whole world, bro, flipped upside down.
I can imagine, yo.
Like that's when it got real scary hours.
Yeah.
I'm, damn, like they fired Buddy. So I could have went back.
Yeah, yeah.
And I told him, nah, I'm good, because like I got this in the cut.
Yeah,
I'm right over here in the cut. So like, what are we gonna do?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
So bro, panic mode. I'm just like, I ain't know what to do. I probably didn't sleep for 2 days straight during that time.
I hear you.
Bro, I'm going through it. So now I'm like, I'm thinking. Boom. Remember how I said I was gonna play with Lightning before I was with the players?
Yep.
The reason why I was gonna play with Lightning because Abdul Torrance, he was like head coach over there at Warriors when I first started. He wound up leaving. So me and him always had a great relationship. Like I was real close friends with his son.
Yeah.
So we always had a great relationship. Like he always taking care of me when it come to like he'd be like, yo, X, I got this school that I want to talk to you. Like he was just a great dude. Like, you know, he always for the kids. Yeah. So I called him, like, yo, Unc, like I don't know what to do, bro. Like, I need your help. Like, you need to reach out to a couple schools for me. Like,
yeah.
He was like, all right, I got you. So he called me back. He called me back, bro, quick as hell. Like a couple days later, he like, yo, what you think about Norfolk State?
Okay.
I'm like, nah. Like, nah. Like, no disrespect to Norfolk.
Nah, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at your picky ass because you a pain in the ass. Like you got literally no options and you turning down options, and that's just you, son.
Nah, bro. I just was like, nah, like that just wasn't it for me. Like,
yeah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel what you're saying. Like, when you were back against the wall, you better just take whatever come. But I was on some like, nah.
Yeah, that's you though.
Like, I wanted to roll the dice one more time, bro.
Yep, that's what you do.
I'm like, nah, bro. He hit me with the same thing though. Like, what you mean, nah? Like,
yeah,
like, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
So he's like, all right. I'll make a couple more calls. One thing that stuck out for me my junior year was that I had 20 on UConn. So I was able to just use that to give me my next like situation. That's all I ever heard about.
To show that you were better than those 5 games.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, boom. He came back. He was like, Kent State. Like I know the coach did. Like he said, this is in the third. He's gonna give you a call. So the coach called me. Great conversation. He was like, let's try to get you up here on a visit before the school year ends.
Okay.
Could never do it because I had to handle some academic stuff that I had to do at Maine, so I couldn't just leave.
Got you.
Boom. So like literally, it was like the last week of school, and like Ohio schools or like school in the Midwest, they on a different schedule when it comes to academic year.
Okay, got it.
So when I got there on my visit, it was nobody on campus. Nobody. But the school is huge, bro. Huge. It was only like the players.
Okay.
So they was like gonna put you through a workout, whatever. Normal visit stuff. Yep. So I did it, whatever. Killed the workout. Dude was like, the assistant was like, nah, yo, we want to rock with you, bro. Like, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, y'all gonna allow me to sit one, play one? And he was like, yeah. I'm just like, I didn't understand. He like, Coach Cindy gonna talk to you about it later.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So came to the coach. We was talking in the office and stuff, and he was like, listen, the year that you would be sitting out, I have 3 guards, seniors. So I don't really need a guard this year, a transfer that's gonna play. Then I got 3 seniors already. He's like, so like, I don't mind giving you a scholarship and you sitting because like that's you already filling a void. Like we really just need a solid practice player. Okay. I'm like, all right, cool. I was about to go on another visit to another school right after. Yeah. Like literally right after that one. And he was like, if you tell me right now you will commit to us, I'll cancel every guard visit after you.
Mm.
I was like, what? He's like, I'll call the assistant, come in. If he come in right now, visits after him, done. I was like, bro, I gotta go call my peoples, bro. But like, it sounded amazing. He was like, all right, go, take your time. I'll talk to you at dinner.
Okay.
Like, all right, cool, Gold. Yo, Pop, I'm talking about he gonna cancel this. It sounds like they really in it. Like,
yeah.
It shouldn't even be. I don't need to go look nowhere else. He was like, sound good to me. Like, let's do it. With the dinner, told them, they like, all right, that's that. Boom.
Done.
Got out of there, bro. Next thing I know, he called me, yo, you want to stay home for the summer, or do you want to come like during the summer, work out with the guys, even though you're not gonna really be playing?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. I'm gonna come during the summer. Like, ain't nothing at the crib for me. Like,
right.
Like, let me just get in and ready. Like, he's like, all right, cool. So I went. That was that, bro. Ever since that day, and like, I'm so happy I went early because like, they was really working, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so if I had got there in a full term,
you was behind,
bro. What? So this in shape behind, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, physically. Yeah.
It was so different. And you saw the transition when I got there. First year got it was different, bro.
Word up.
It was different. Like, it was crazy. Like,
word up. So, go ahead, finish.
No, go ahead. Say what you say.
At this point, knowing that you're in the perfect situation, you sit one and you're gonna play one.
Yeah.
Are you still not thinking pro basketball? You just thinking, I want to finish college, get this degree, and then I'll think about life? Or are you saying to yourself now, because Kent State is a different type of basketball, you're being seen by different eyes, and you have the opportunity to prove yourself at a much higher level that may lead to other things.
Yeah.
So what was your mentality like as far as that goes?
So like, one thing I'm gonna say too about like college, and this be the deal breaker for a lot of kids, is culture. The culture of the school that you go to. When I walked through those doors at Kent State, and I saw all the players on the wall that they got that's playing pro, and I'm about to go put on that same jersey as them.
Facts.
I'm like, oh nah. And then, like I said, culture. They had assistants telling you like, you a pro. Like, do you know that? Do you know you a pro? And I'm like, word? Like, I just won 5 games last year.
Yeah, like, exactly.
They're like, no. You are a pro, bro. Like, you got the work ethic, you got the skills. Like, you gotta put it together. Like, and I was like, I never get my redshirt year. This is when I got a jump shot, cause like, bro, he
said, this is when I got a jump shot, cause I never leave you alone about that,
bro. Never. Used to be on me every summer. I come back. I feel like I'm getting better. You like, bro, you still can't shoot though.
That's it. I watch you do everything. All right, that's cool, but you still can't shoot, fam.
Yeah, I know. You shoot a little mid range, but you ain't making no threes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this is the culture. Like when I was at Maine, bro.
Yeah.
You know the shooting gun, it broke my freshman year. They never replaced it.
Yeah.
When I was at Kent, it broke. They got 2 more. So it's just the culture. The culture.
Yeah, it's the different levels, man. It's levels, bro.
Yeah, so like that was that in itself. Like the coaches, the aura was like, nah, all these players are going to play pro. And then like they had a lot of kids coming back during the summers. Oh, where you played? Oh, I played in Italy. Oh, I'm like, and they playing with us.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, oh nah, like okay, yeah, like I could do this. Like I'm a pro. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, oh no. Nah. Then I start cooking up.
Yep.
Like with them practice. My freshman year, I was going crazy, bro. And even dudes on that team would tell you, freshman year, it was like a ticking time bomb for me for my senior year. Cause they was like, he's coming full. I was so motivated, bro. You already know. Everything I went through, this is what I've been waiting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Cause a lot of kids would have gave up, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of kids would have gave up at 13, going to boarding school.
Yeah.
A kid from the hood that was a hothead, right? That's what you were, right?
Yeah.
Uncoachable, with an attitude and a chip on his shoulder that thought he was better than what he is. And the way they described you, how you get to Kent State. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different. So that's what I've always respected about you, is that no matter what you're told, you go against it for the better of yourself. Like you telling me I can't do this, I'm gonna show you I can do this.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I can't do this, so enough people tell me I can't do something, I start to believe I can do it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So that whole journey to me is bigger than it is for you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got
you. Know what I'm saying? Because it's very few players like you, Bob, Gio, Scotty, Evander. I coached a lot of great basketball players, but unlimited, I'm meeting grown men. I'm not going through the wars with them.
Yeah. See them grow.
We either meeting and we click, or we don't, and you don't play on my team type shit, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like Muggsy, the president, these are my dudes that I grew up in Douglas with. So watching who they evolve to becoming is different for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Like hearing that you was going to Kent State, it meant more to me than just you going to college, period. Because I knew what that meant to you.
Yeah.
Like, he could have averaged 30 for 4 years at Maine, and it wouldn't have meant the same to him to go to Kent State and average, let's say, 15 and 5.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? Easy. So when you get to Kent State, you cooking up. So you see, okay, I belong here. I can play here. Like, it's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? Everything's going your way. There's no issues here.
No issues.
We get to the senior year, the year that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the dream that you've been on since 12, 13, that you started really hooping. That you went from the defender guy to this A1 level basketball player.
Yeah.
Take us through that senior year, that last year of college.
That last year, senior year, bro, was like so crazy, bro, because it was like I had worked so hard junior year, like retro year, that I was fiending to play, bro, fiending, like, and I was just like, it's time, like everything I had went through.
Yep.
I had put it into that 1 year.
Yes.
Even sitting out junior year.
Yeah.
That's a different battle in itself mentally, because you got to stay on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And there's a whole wave of hoopers coming in too. Like,
yes.
Class, as your class, you get further away from your high school class, it gets real different for you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm thinking back, like, damn, like yeah, everything I just put everything into the senior year. Like, it's time. And like, I really didn't get off to the right start that I wanted to. Like,
okay,
he didn't start me. He didn't start me first game, which was cool, because like at that school, I had already got in my mind that like it don't really matter with that, because like all dogs. Like, I'm not sitting behind somebody I don't feel like deserve it.
Yes,
essentially. You
know absolutely.
What I mean? So I think we played Youngstown State. I might have had like a little 15, but I'm like they sorry. So in my mind, should have.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? No, bro. Because like when you put all that into one year, you want to explode that first game.
Yeah. 15 is not even an appetizer for what you got. Like, what you got on your mind for to eat.
Yeah. So then we played who we played? Southern Illinois, I think it is. Yeah, Southern Illinois. We lost.
Okay.
And I played terrible.
Okay.
You know, the competition was better.
Yes.
I was like, damn, like the coach was ripping into me, like, you worked so hard 1 year for this? Like, this is what you displaying. Like, what was the point then? Like, he just on me. He was on me the whole season. He was on me. Like, he was the ultimate motivator. Like, he was not playing. Yeah. And then he had one game. Whoever we played, we won. I think it was Maris. We won. I had like 12 or something. So I'm just trying to get my rhythm, you know?
Yep.
And then we played Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh game coming. I'm super motivated. ACC. We playing at day crib. It's packed.
Big time.
Big time. ACC. Big time. So I'm like, okay, like you gotta show up today. And I had like 23, I think. 23, might have been like 6 and 4, something like that. So I was like, and we just lost, bro. Like it came down to like the last couple possessions. Not like you get like when I'm getting 20 at Maine.
Yeah.
5 to UConn.
Yep.
No, we losing by like 8 or something like that. And I had 23, and it was a close game, clutch buckets, all that. So then I'm like, oh yeah, like here we go. Like, this is what we work for. So the game started coming easy for me. Like, I wasn't getting 20 and all that, but it was coming easy. Like, I was getting anywhere I wanted, doing whatever I wanted. It was just whether the buckets went in or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
When conference play hit, they had already in our mind, like, we're not gonna get an automatic bid for real, because like we lost two week games in the non-conference schedule.
Yes.
Now not week games, but we lost to Southern Illinois, Pittsburgh, SMU, and Penn State.
Okay.
So 3 of those schools was high majors.
Yep.
So but you need to win those games to get your automatic bid.
You get the automatic, yeah.
We ain't win them, so they like, yo, bro, conference play come around, like, and like the MAC is super, super, super competitive when it comes to the conference. Like, they go hard. Like this, all my assistants played at Kent too. Okay. So they was super Kent State, like,
they bleed that.
They bleed that. So they was really pumping that into you, like, nah, we don't lose to this team. We don't lose to them. So when the conference play started, I was like, oh yeah, like this is the real season. You know?
Yeah.
Who we played? We played whoever the first game got them out of there. Had like 20.
Okay.
Next game we played Buffalo.
We
lost. It was on CBS Sports. We lost. But I think I had like 24 something.
Okay.
Next game we played Ohio. 23. Next game we played we played Ball State. 20 something.
I think I saw you play one of those games was on TV. And I was blowing your phone up. I saw you hit a dub with Kent State. I just don't remember what game it was.
It might have been Buffalo. We lost though.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the only game I didn't score 20 in conference was we played Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
And they was zone. It was a zone school. So they played zone. Like you could come, bro. You could make 53s in the first half. They're not coming out that zone.
Yeah.
Like, I had like some crazy like 13 assists. Like just wild like that. And I'll never forget. To me, I'm getting 20.
Yep.
So like I'm like, all right, like I'm doing my thing, and like after the film session, my coach was like, this might have been your best game. And I'm like, I just had like 12 and 13. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, but like you really it was a full game you put together. Like it wasn't just scoring.
All around.
Yeah, he's like, you was doing everything. I was like, all right, cool. We about to play Ohio the next game. We 6-1 in conference. In the number one spot. I'm averaging 20 something in conference.
Let's go.
I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. It's time. Like I just packed them up at the crib for 24.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this game gonna be on ESPNU. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's playing. First 2 minutes of the game. Broken foot. Sit down. That was the most heartbreaking moment of my life, bro, low key, besides losing my brother. Like, that was, oh my Lord. And like, you know, it was so funny. All my teammates on our team, they laughed because they said like, I was complaining, bro, before the game, bro. Cause like we was a Nike school there was a Nike school all the way up to my senior year. Okay. They switched to Under Armour. Okay. So like I was complaining, bro, before the game. I'm talking about real life complaining, like, yo, these sneakers is terrible. Like they hurting my feet. It's going crazy. Like my coach is like, bro, like stop complaining. Like, oof. I'm like, yo, bro, you're not hearing me, bro. 2 minutes in, broke my foot, bro. He was looking at me like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, like I told you, something was not right. Season done, bro. Done. When I tell you, bro, that was one of the hardest pills to swallow, bro.
Had to be at that point in your life, in your basketball life, not life, because you're still young. We're talking about basketball. At that point in your basketball life,
bro, that one hurt more than like not getting no offer senior year.
Facts.
Losing the office postgraduate year, waiting for the SAT score.
Facts.
Losing 5 games, winning 5 games. None of that amounted to that. And it was because I always tell people, if I was just having like a mediocre year, it wouldn't have meant that much to me.
Yeah, but you were showing that you can dominate.
Yeah, and it was like I finally got
that level.
Like, I am here, and it was like snatched. It was crazy, bro. Like when I tell you crazy, like a lot of people don't know this story. Like, and like, if some of my teammates, if they on my team, like, if they see this, like, I don't want them to feel away, but I'll never forget when I found out it was broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
The coach, he called me. He was like, I want you to come to my office. So I get to his office. I close the door, but his chair's like facing the door.
Mm-hmm.
He turns around. He's crying, bro.
Mm.
He's crying. I'm like, and I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. My world is done, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
I started crying in the hospital. Like,
of course, bro. Of
already
course.
done. So I'm looking at him and stuff, and he like, bro, like, he was like, the hardest thing for me right now is that I gotta go out there and pretend like we're gonna be all right. But we're not. Like, we really need you. And like, he was so hard on me, bro, that year that like he used to be annoying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But within those 5 minutes, I realized like he was really doing all that because he knew what time it was.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, bro. It was
you
like,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you gotta be on top of like, the thing is with you kids, what y'all don't realize is that when you do get around people that want to see you succeed and want the best for you, they're gonna always see things that you don't see because they've seen other people go this path.
For sure.
It just takes a matter of you dudes catching it early enough. Like, okay, I get what he's saying.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everyone catches it at a different time too. Some people catch it early, some catch it late. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Exactly.
And I was like, damn. Like, and like they was doing things like, oh, maybe like you could come back conference play. I mean, no, not conference play.
Tournament.
Conference
tournament. Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but like it's not gonna be the same.
Nah.
And then I tried it, bro. A lot of people don't know this.
I bet.
I tried it, bro. Yo, he was like, my coach was like, yo, run down. The system was like, run down, touch the corner, and come back to pull-ups. Went down one time, shot it. I didn't even look at the rim, bro. I was doing something like, I wanted to see if I could run.
Yeah, yeah.
I did another time. I just sat down. He looked at me. He's like, no. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's over. I'm like, yeah, it's over. World was done. I'm like, it was crazy, bro. Like,
so let me ask you something, X. I've never asked you this.
Okay.
Right? When you broke your foot, was the thought ever, I'm done? I'm just gonna graduate and I'm gonna get a job and I'm like, I can't do this no more? Or was it like, I just got to my dream situation and I played how I always knew I could play at this level? There's no way I'm turning back now. I'm gonna get back off this foot, and you know what? I can be a pro. I can get some money off of this sport. You know what I mean? Because you had the people around you telling you that you're a pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, when you got hurt, I was like, I bet. Like, he be all right. I know how he is. He's still gonna go get this bag overseas. Like, but you know, it wasn't just I go to high school 4 years, I go to the D1 that I wanted, play 4 years, and you know, like, it was a lot of extra stuff in between all that would have made a lot of people quit. Yeah. So it's like you get to the pinnacle and you cooking, you put it on a show, so you know you can play at this level.
Yeah.
And you know you can become a pro at this point, but it's like, now I got to start all over again with this foot.
Yeah.
And then now I got to prove to these people that I can play after this foot. Because what you did at Maine isn't going to help a professional argument. But if somebody watches what was going on and not reads what was going on, you can see that kid can play.
Yeah.
And you get to Kent State and it's like 20, 23, 24, 20, 19, 20, 20. Oh, you see? You can go. So what was that like for you? Like, when that foot broke, was it like, yo, you know what, I'm done? Or was it like, it's nothing, I'll be back?
It was a little bit of both. And the reason why I'll tell you it was a little bit of both, because mentally I was done.
That's what I'm saying.
Mentally I was done. Like, I was like, nah, bro. Like, I know it was like, honestly, bro, it really wasn't even about the season. It was about how I spent the whole year
getting ready for the season.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm like, bro, had I just stayed at Maine, maybe did my senior year, I would have been good. I'd have been out the door. Who knows what happened? But now I'm back to stage 0. So I'm like, mentally, I was like, damn, I'm done. But you know what kept me alive, bro? As soon as the season ended, I had agents still hitting me. So then I still was like, oh, okay. Like I still had agents like, yo, like how you recovering? Like you still, I know you still like thinking about going pro, right? And I was like, oh, okay. Like it's not that bad. It's not an ACL. It's not a Achilles.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
So I'm like, all right. And I had not just one. I had a lot of agents, bro. Like plus the ones that was like hitting my coach up. Cause like he would be sending me ones like, or like the assistant would be sending me like, yo, talk to this dude. Da 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 da.
Okay.
And I was like, and so then that gave me new life. But that was like mid-spring. You know what I mean?
All
like
right.
towards the end of the season, mentally, I'm done, bro. Like I'm just.
When did becoming a pro become a reality to you? Because like you said, mentally the league is out the window. Being a pro is out the window. I just want to play D1 and get my degree. When did that change and become? I can become a professional basketball player.
It changed literally when I got to Kent State, for sure. Like, for sure. As soon as I started going through the trainings and lifting like that and all that, I'm like, okay, like, nah, I'm going to be a pro. Like, ain't nothing less. No, I'm going to be a pro. I broke my foot and I kind of was like, damn. It was like a damn, like, I'm going to have to go through this to be a pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The season is done. College bowl, done. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, so now I got to just get back. What country I'm gonna go to? Like I don't know. You know, you just like in limbo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Then I start talking to the agents, and they're like, "Oh, like you probably should be signing one soon." So I'm like, "Oh, all right." Like I'm gonna sign an agent before I even graduate.
Okay.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." And like my coach is telling me, like, "Yo, did you sign yet? Did you sign? Did you sign?" Like they on me. So I'm like, "Damn, like this really is gonna happen no matter what."
It's real. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that whole spring term really set in because like the agents is hitting me, telling me like, oh, I got connections here, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But like it was a mental toll, but in the same breath, it gave that new life of like, all right, this is a new step to conquer.
Yep.
It gave me more life. It built a bigger chip because I feel like I had unfinished business. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah, bro. So that really what it was. Kent State, it changed my life because like they instilled crazy work ethic. I got to a level where I understood true basketball. You know what I mean? Like,
see, to me, the thing is this, bro. I'm a person that I played tons of basketball. I never played at the levels that you guys played, right?
Yeah.
But what I always understood is one level prepares you for the next level.
Yup.
You get good in high school. Like I said, you'll be the man in your high school. But when you go to college, everybody on that college team was the man in high school somewhere. So then you learn the game in college, you become the man on your team in college, but now you're a pro where on that pro team, everybody was the man at their college.
Yeah, for sure. So
you know what I mean? So there's levels that, you know, and then once you get to the pro level, like I know countless of y'all, but the one that I'm in tune with the most besides you is Manny. Like Manny just hit me before I got on the phone with you. Okay. He calls me after games, we talk. You know, lefty, medium and lefty. Like this dude is I only had 23, 7 and 7 last night. But it didn't feel good. And he's out running sprints while we're on the phone. Went to Brazil, 50 clip. Angola, break scoring numbers. But he had to start at the bottom because they didn't think he was going to do what he turned out to do.
Yeah.
Similar to you.
Yeah, for sure. That type of keep you motivated too.
Yes. Sure. It's how bad you want it. That's what it boils down to, bro. Yeah. Sure. Because everybody could put the ball in the basket, right? At the pro level. But what separates y'all is what y'all do off the court to get on the court and show what you do. You know what I mean? Like I told you your whole life, if you can't shoot, you're going to be another basketball player.
Yep, for sure.
Overseas, if you can't shoot, you don't get money.
Yeah, at all. At all.
You don't get no bread.
Yeah.
So all that, that's cool.
Yeah, they don't even allow you to do that.
That's not gonna what I'm saying is that's cool until it becomes professional. Yeah. In the pros, that's a non-factor, bro. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't even understand. Oh, I could play overseas. Do y'all know that how hard it is to get an assist in the overseas game where you can't dribble the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
It's catch and layup, alley-oop, catch and shoot, done. So when you hear a dude average 15, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, you like, bro, you know how hard it is to get that?
Yeah, for real.
It's not what y'all think it is. You know what I mean?
People don't understand. It's like a whole different game overseas too. Like the culture, like the style of play. Like you can't. They don't like you taking the gazillion dribbles. None of that. Like you know what I mean. You got to really be reading the game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
definitely different, bro.
So you're what, on your third year now?
Yeah, but I should be on my fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, should be on my fourth.
Your third year pro, you in Germany.
No, this is my fourth year. I should be on my fifth. Sorry.
Fourth, okay. Your fourth year pro, you in Germany, right?
Yeah.
What's that like for this New York kid from the one building, bro? You a professional basketball player, X? Like you there, bro?
Yeah, for real. Someday, like I still wake up every morning and I'll be like, damn, like this is really life, you know? But like, especially now at the level I'm at now, because it's like the BBLs, like
it's different.
It's top 3 domestic leagues in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like real humbling. But I still got so much more work to do, bro. Like that's what this is showing me. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to practice and it's still a grind. Like you don't every level I've gone pro is like I still have to prove myself. You know what I mean?
All over again.
Yeah.
Because now you're an investment, bro. They're paying you for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
I'm just glad, bro, that it came full circle for you, because a lot of kids would have packed it up, man.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of kids would have packed it up. A lot of kids don't have the mental, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of kids don't realize. And I try to tell this to any kid that'll listen: basketball is more mental than physical,
bro.
It starts there, bro.
Always.
It starts there.
Always.
And they make it out to be a lot harder than what it is because they're overthinking. And they're not thinking about what they need to be thinking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And longevity comes to strong-minded individuals. You don't get to play 10, 12, 13 years overseas, bro, if you ain't got it all upstairs, bro. Because right now, you're with your wife over there, right? And you're having your baby. Imagine if wifey was back home and you're missing everything that she's going through right now.
Bro, what?
You're missing your baby be born, right? You come home, your baby's a few months old. You're only home for 2-3 months because now you got to go back and make the donuts.
Yeah.
So you're coming home every 9 months. You're seeing your kid for 3 months a year.
Yeah.
By the time you retire at, let's say, 10, 12 years in, your kid is 13 and really don't know you.
Yeah, that's tough too. Like I don't know how some dudes don't like that do that, like how they go overseas. I know that's a whole different mental game,
bro. Not being around your kids, I can't imagine coming home every 9 months and your kid is this big. Now he's this big. Now he's this big, and you watching it on a computer or on a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, bro. Like my pops, he always say this. He'd be like, "Think about the dudes who played pro when there was no FaceTime."
Oh yeah.
Like that was a whole nother ball game. Like you, it's none of that.
You're on the phone, like yo, and then if your baby don't talk, there's no communication.
None, bro. I'll be like, wow, I don't even be thinking like, cause we live in such a privileged time now that like it's so different, bro.
Yeah, it's different for y'all. I remember when there was none of this.
None of this, like, you feel me? Crazy, bro. Crazy.
But that's I'm yo, bro. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks,
and you exceeded the individual I saw you becoming, and that's tough because you know I'm not one that was ever X, you got it, nah. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, son? like our summers were spent arguing, but we made history because you were the kid that nobody wanted to talk to because you were this uncoachable kid, and we fought and won our chips. We had a summer where we won 10 chips, bro. UDC, Black Butter, Youth on the Rise, Dykeman, Marble Hill. We took it all.
Yeah, it was too easy, bro.
Bro, it was, but it wouldn't have happened for you if you didn't see what the people around you were trying to tell you. Yeah. It takes a different type of person to actually humble themselves enough to listen. Oh, you know what? Drew's cool, but he ain't played ball at the level I want to play. So what does he know about getting there?
Yeah, that's why a lot of kids like that be their mindset too, though. Like,
Yeah.
because
a lot of these greats say the same thing. Oh, you ain't play no ball. How you gonna teach a kid? Bro, you played ball and it ain't work out. And how you gonna teach a kid to do what you did? We got the same chances, champ.
Yeah, for sure.
You like I see a lot of dudes say it, and it's like, bro, it all depends on how you view the game. I know people that played college basketball that don't know the game or see the game the way I do.
Yep, for sure. But some of the best coaches of all time never played. Like Mike Krzyzewski never played basketball.
You know what I mean? Like it's different to be a student of something, and it's different to love something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you love it and you want to help spread that love, you see it a different way.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, now you mad old, you got a beard and dreadlocks and having a baby, and a couple of years ago you was winning me these plaques that I got on my wall. And I need my pink jersey.
I got you. I'll tell you.
There's a college wall. I got a Maine joint, but you don't need to see nothing from Maine because I know how you feel about Maine.
Good. Now I got you for sure, bro. As soon as this, situation clear up, they be having us play export fees, all types of stuff.
I'm just happy that you live in your dream, champ. And that's what it is. Like I saw the whole journey, so it's a little different for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just want to see you win, and I'm happy that you winning, bro.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you. We 2 hours. We was good. We was good because we still ain't getting to none of the Dykeman stuff. Or
that's crazy. That's just crazy.
You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have to save that for the street ball.
You gave my name. Huh? That's crazy. We didn't even touch on how I got my name.
Oh no, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, one time you gotta give him that one time.
Okay?
Yeah. You gotta touch that one time.
There was, as a matter of fact, I interviewed him.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
We was going against the PlayStation in Dykeman, and they was calling you something weird.
Might have been like X Factor.
Yeah, PlayStation comes. Go. PlayStation comes. Everybody, PlayStation was that deal.
Yeah. That was a crazy summer, bro.
Yeah, crazy. And he's putting on a show and you get into it. So I'm like, yo, we don't rock with PlayStations uptown. We got the X-BOX360. And it was with that spin move that your father gave you because he knew who started that shit.
Yeah.
And that stuck. X-BOX360.
Bro, stuck though.
X-BOX360. I said we don't rock with PlayStations uptown.
Bro, that name was so crazy because I remember like after that game, I used to walk in parks. Like I used to walk in Watson and they'd be like, X-BOX360 is here. And I would be like, damn, looking like Drew really did that. Like he really did that. Yo.
The ref won. Eric Weaver?
Yeah.
1 year, we was playing against Sat and you was going at him, and I'm like, yo, X, save that energy.
Yo,
he's a vet. It's different.
Yo,
and you was going at him, and Sat even at one point looked at me. He's like, "There's how you got the young boy." And I'm like, "Yo, he here." So Eric Weaver comes over to me. He goes, that's because of you, right? I said, "What you talking about?" He said, you created that monster. That kid wouldn't even talk to anybody in this park when he was little.
Bro, you know what? I knew Sat was a GOAT, bro. Like just off of that alone, because I remember he was just looking at me, and then like the second half came, and and he was like, "X, look at you, tired, you tired, we about to win the game, bro." And I was like, bro, trying to catch my breath, and he's going
off,
and I'm like, yo, this how it get? God damn, like, crazy, bro.
That's that one stuck. And Law and Order, your man Sean Lawton.
Yup.
And Edgar Sosa's name was something else, and I gave him that one in the hood too.
Which one?
Standing Ovation.
Yeah, Standing Ovation. Tough. They was calling like the Specialist or something.
Yeah, the Specialist. Yep.
Yeah.
You already know. I had to switch that up, but it ain't. We got the X-BOX360.
I got you, bro.
Yo, baby, bro, I love you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Give my love to wifey, and you got to let me know what your daughters. I mean, if it's gonna be a boy or a girl, I was gonna say.
Yeah, look, you another one now. Saying I'm gonna have a daughter. That's crazy. But you already know, bro. Love you, bro. Happy holidays to the families. Hope
you already know, man. I appreciate you taking this time out to do this with me, and I'll probably be talking to you on the phone tomorrow in a few minutes anyway. You already know.
You already know.
Man. Holla at your boy.
Be good.
All right. I appreciate y'all for checking us out. That's my man, Xavier Pollard. The kid's story is legendary, man. He's been through a lot. He's overseas getting to that bag. And that's what it is. So if I don't see y'all before the new year, happy new year. And I'm working on something, bringing in some new hosts, and we're going to switch it up. So 2021 should be a good one. Holla at your boy.